What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a smart outreach AI agent by creating a simple workflow in Anychan. Let's get started. To get started, in Anychan, I've created a workflow that I've renamed to Smart Outreach AI Agent. Here, we're going to start by adding a trigger and choose a manual trigger over here. Now, to create our outreach AI agent, we're going to start by scraping leads. So we're going to scrape leads from LinkedIn. To scrape the leads from LinkedIn, I'm going to use this tool called Apify. Apify is an incredible tool that you can use to scrape any websites and automate projects. To get 30% off your first subscription to this tool, just use the link in the description to sign up and create your account. Then, after creating your account, head over to Apify store. Here, we're going to search for a tool we're going to use to scrape LinkedIn leads. So I'll search for LinkedIn email scraper and click on search. Here you can see we have over 800 tools that we can use to scrape emails using Apify. In our case, we like to scrape LinkedIn leads, so I'll use this tool right here. So I'll open this tool on a new tab. And this is a tool that we're going to use to scrape leads from LinkedIn with their contact information already available. So all you have to do is add a search keyword right here, like web developer, and add the maximum number of leads that you'd like to scrape. In our case, we like to scrape 10 web developer leads. To scrape the leads, all you have to do is just click on start right here. And you can see that our actor is running and getting our data. Let's give it a second for it to complete scraping our leads for us. You can see our tool succeeded in scraping 10 leads for us over here using web developer keyword. So here we go, the email address, keyword that we used, description, title, and the LinkedIn URL over here using this tool over here. So now instead of manually scraping the leads in Apify, we can scrape the leads right here in our workflow. To do that, here, I'll search for Apify and click on Apify. You'll need to install it first if you haven't installed it yet. And after installing it, click on the Run After node. Here you'll need to create your credential by clicking on create a new credential. Then over here, click on connect my account to connect your account to Anychan. Here I'm going to close this. Here we're going to run an actor. Then I'll choose the recently used actor. Come over here and choose our tool. So this tool right here. Then here we're going to add our JSON. Click on expression. Expand over here to add our JSON. To add our JSON right here. Get our JSON. I'll go back to our tool and click on it. And here it says manual and JSON. Click on JSON. Here, I'll copy this JSON right here. Then I'll paste our JSON right here. So we would like to scrape 10 web developer jobs. Let us try scraping the jobs right here in Anychan. To do that, I'll click on execute step right here. You can see it's executing our node. Let's give it a second. You can see our node was executed successfully. The status was a success. And then here, we got our default dataset ID over here. So now to get our leads, I'll search for Apify again. Then click on Apify. And this time around, I'm going to click on the get dataset items node. And here we're going to map our dataset ID. So I'll map it over here. And then I'll click on execute step to get. Here, you can see that our workflow was executed successfully. And we got our 10 leads right here. So we got the keyword, the email domain, the email address, title, URL, the description right here. This is incredible. The next thing that we're going to do here is when I open this node right here, you can see we are manually adding the keyword and the number of leads that we like to scrape over here. We can also automate this part where we can add the keyword and the number of leads that we like to scrape to a spreadsheet instead of having to manually come to a workflow, open this node, and add our keyword and maximum results right here. So in Google Sheets, I've created a spreadsheet that I've renamed to LinkedIn leads spreadsheet. In this sheet, I've created another sheet that I've renamed to keywords. This is the sheet that we're going to add the keywords and the number of leads that we like to scrape. So to get our sheet, in our workflow, I'll unlink this node, then I'll search for Google Sheets right here and click on Google Sheets. Here I'll click on the get rows in sheet node right here. Then here you'll need to create your credential to connect your account to Anychan. To do that, just click on sign in with Google. Then on the new window that pops up, choose the account that you'd like to connect to Anychan, and your connection will be created. Okay, I'm going to close this node right here. And then I'm going to find our document over here, which is this document. Then our sheet will be the keyword sheet. Then I'll click on execute step to get our keywords and the number of leads I would like to scrape for here. And connect it right here to this node and have to align it. So now with our keyword and the number of leads over here, I'll open this node. And then now here, instead of manually adding our keywords, we're going to map it from our spreadsheet right here, including the number of leads I would like to scrape over here. Now here, I'll execute our workflow. See if we're going to get our leads over here. We're going to scrape our leads and get them over here. You can see that our workflow was executed successfully. So now I open this node. You can see we got our keywords and the number of leads I would like to scrape. Then here we use a keyword and the number of leads I would like to scrape and succeeded in scraping the leads right here and got our data for data set ID right here. Then in this node we got our leads. As you can see over here, we got our 10 leads over here. That's amazing. So we added this keyword and the number of leads right here. Then we got the keyword and the number of leads right here. Then we use the data to scrape the leads from LinkedIn. Then we got the leads over here, total of 10 leads. I renamed this node to get keywords. Click on rename. And here I renamed this to LinkedIn leads scraper. And click on rename. And here I renamed this to get LinkedIn leads. And click on rename right here. Now, the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to add our leads to a spreadsheet. So in our spreadsheet, I've also created another sheet that I've renamed to LinkedIn leads. And here's where we're going to add our leads. So we're going to add the keyword that we use to scrape the leads, the title, email, the description, the LinkedIn leads URL, the subject line, the personalized outreach email that we're going to generate using our workflow. So to add our leads data to this spreadsheet, in our workflow here, I'll search for Google Sheets again. Click on Google Sheets, and then I'll click on append row in sheet node over here. Here we're going to find our document, which is this document right here. And our sheet, this time around is going to be the LinkedIn leads sheet. And here we're going to add values to our columns in our spreadsheet with the data that we scraped using Apify. So for the keyword, I'll map the keyword right here. I'll map the title right here, the email right here, the description right here, the LinkedIn URL over here. Subject line and the email body, we're going to update it later on after we've generated the call outreach email. To add this data to a spreadsheet, I'll click on execute step right here. You can see our node was executed successfully and we added our data to our spreadsheet. So here I'll rename this to LinkedIn leads and click on rename right here. Now, when I open our spreadsheet, here you can see we added our 10 leads right here. So we added the keyword, the title, the email address, the description, and the LinkedIn leads URL over here. So now let us go ahead and generate a personalized outreach email for our leads right here. To do that, here we're going to add a condition first to ensure that the leads have the email addresses available in order to generate the outreach email. To add our condition, here I'll search for the if node right here and click on the if node over here. So here we're going to say that the email address has to exist in order to proceed with our workflow. You can see our node was executed successfully and our leads meet our condition. But if the output was in the first branch, here we're going to do nothing. So I'll click on the do nothing node right here. And then we're going to proceed with our workflow. Here you can see we have a total of 10 leads. Since this is just an example, I'm going to limit the leads to only 2. I'll search for the limit node right here and limit the leads to only 2 to generate personalized call emails for 2 leads right here. And then I'll execute it. Now, with our leads over here, we can go ahead and generate a personalized outreach called email for leads. To do that, we're going to use an AI agent. So in AI, I'll click on AI agent right here. Here, we're going to define below and add the prompt and the system message to our AI agent right here. The prompt for our AI agent could be on the lines of, you're an expert email copywriter. The system message could be on the lines of, your task is to write a highly personalized, natural sounding cold email based only on the information provided about the lead. And here we are adding this data. We're adding the title, description, and the LinkedIn profile URL. And here we're adding a couple of rules that we like the AI agent to follow. We're telling the AI agent open with a genuine, specific compliment or observation about the lead based on the description or LinkedIn profile. Keep the tone warm, human, and professional. Avoid sounding like a template. Do not use vague phrases or filler. Be concrete and accurate. Keep the email short, a maximum of 5 sentences. And here we're outlining the structure of the email, where the first line will be a personalized compliment or opening line. Second line will be a brief introduction of who I am and what I do. The third line will be the agent explaining simply how these could benefit the lead. And the final sentence will be a light call to action, where we can offer the lead a quick chat, free audit, or ask if they're open to an idea. We're also telling the AI agent to do not invent facts, not in the input. If no information is available, keep the message general but polite. Avoid overused phrases like "I hope this email finds you well." Do not use dashes or output placeholders like your name, first name, or business name. For the output, we like to output a clean JSON format with two keys, the subject line and the email body. Then we are concluding the system message by saying, include a first line compliment script from the lead's bio or profile and a compelling call to action tailored to the lead. Here, I require a specific output format. Then I'll click on the output parser and click on the structured output parser to add a JSON example for output. So here, I'll paste this JSON example where we like to output the subject line and the email body here. So I'll drag this node right here at the top. Then the next thing that we're going to add is the chat model. I'm going to use OpenAI chat model right here. Here you'll need to create your credential to connect your OpenAI account to Anytime. So from your OpenAI API, add your API key right here and click on save to create your credential. Since I had already done that, I'm going to close it right here. And here we're going to choose a model. You can choose any of these models right here. And I'll drag this node right here at the top. Now the next thing that we're going to add is a memory. So I'll click on the simple memory node right here. I'm going to choose to define below and add a key over here. So the key, I'm going to choose today's date as a key and drag it at the top right here. Here, I'll click on execute step to generate a personalized subject line and email for a lead. You can see our node was executed successfully. And here we generated 2 personalized call outreach emails for our leads. Here's the subject line of the email and the email body over here for each of our lead. This is incredible. You can see how personalized the email bodies are. Like the first line for our first lead is on the lines of, "Hi Jennifer, I was impressed to see how Reward Alchemy combines your web development and UX design skills to create unique digital experiences." It's amazing. Specialized in automation and AI tailored to marketing agencies, designed to streamline workflows and boost client engagement. Believe integrating some of these technologies could complement your creative process and help scale your projects more efficiently. Would you be open to a quick chat to explore how few ideas might benefit Reward Alchemy? There's some very personalized call outreach emails that we can send this lead. The other leads email bodies on the lines of, "Hi Marshall, I admire your dedication as a full stack web developer, maintaining a strong presence since 2017 in Sacramento. I work with marketing agencies to implement AI and automation solutions that simplify client management and accelerate project turnaround. Leveraging this tool could give your freelance business more efficiency and free up your time for creative coding. Would you be open to a brief conversation to discuss some tailored ideas for your workflow?" That's a very personalized cold email to be generated using our AI agent right here. So I'll rename this node to Outreach AI Agent. The next thing that we're going to do here is I'll wait a few seconds. So I'll search for the wait node right here. You can wait, let's say 3 seconds. And then I'll execute it over here. Now we can proceed and send our leads this outreach email via Gmail, since we have their contact information in our spreadsheet. To send the leads the call outreach email, so we're going to use Gmail. So I'll search for Gmail right here and click on it. Here I'm going to click on the send a message node right here. Here you'll need to create your credential, like we did with other nodes right here, to connect your account to Anytime. To do that, just click on sign in with Google. Then on the new window that pops up, choose the account that you'd like to connect to Anytime, and your connection will be created. I'm going to close this right here. And we're going to map the email address from our spreadsheet. So I'll map the email address right here. Also going to map the subject line that we generated using our workflow. For the email type, I'm going to choose text. And for the message, we're going to map the email body right here. Then the last thing that we're going to do here is I'll click on the add options right here and click on the append anything attribution. Then I'll turn this to off. Then I'll click on execute step right here to send our leads the 2 personalized outreach emails we generated using our workflow. You can see our node was executed successfully. Here, I rename this to send outreach. I rename this send outreach emails and click on rename right here. And now the last thing that we're going to do here is we're going to update our spreadsheet with the subject line and the email that we generated using our AI agent. To do that, here, I'll search for Google Sheets, click on Google Sheets, and then here I'll click on update row in sheet. I'm going to choose our document, which is this document right here. And I'll choose our sheet, which is this sheet right here. Here, I'll choose the column that I would like to match and choose the email and map the email right here. So I'll map the email address right here. Then we're going to update this subject line column and the personalized outreach email column with the subject line and the email body. Then I'll click on execute step here to update the columns. You can see our node was executed successfully right here. So here I'll rename this node to a subject line and email column and click on rename. Then last thing that we're going to do here is I'll search for the do nothing node right here to complete our workflow. Then I'll execute this node to complete our workflow right here, as you can see over here. Now, when I open our spreadsheet, here you can see we updated two leads right here with the subject line and the personalized outreach email that we generated using our workflow. Here's the personalized subject line for one of our leads. Here's the email that we generated using our workflow. Here's the subject line for the other lead. Here is the outreach email that we generated for one of our leads, was Jennifer, right here. So we scraped these leads and added their leads data to a spreadsheet. Then went ahead to generate a personalized subject line and email body for our leads using this workflow that we created right here in AnyGen. So our workflow works perfectly. So we are getting the keywords and the number of leads that we like to scrape. We added to our spreadsheet over here in this keyword sheet, where we added the keyword and the number of leads that we like to scrape. Then we're using the data to scrape the leads from LinkedIn in this Apify tool. Then using this node, we're getting the leads and adding the leads to our spreadsheet. As you can see over here, we're adding the keyword, title, email, description, and LinkedIn leads URL. Then if the email address exists, we're going ahead and generating a personalized outreach email for the leads. Then we're waiting a few seconds to send the outreach emails to our leads. Then we're updating the record, the leads record that we created right here with the personalized subject line and email body, this node. Then we're completing our workflow right here. As you can see in our spreadsheet, here's the personalized subject line and the personalized email body we generated for one of the leads that we scraped from LinkedIn using our workflow. We automated scraping the leads, getting the leads data, and using the leads data to generate a very personalized cold outreach email, then sending the leads the outreach email over here using this workflow that we created right here in AnyGen. So we can try testing our workflow to see how it works. To test our workflow in our spreadsheet, I'll clear these rows to scrape new leads and generate personalized subject line and outreach emails for leads. In our keywords sheet, I'll change the keyword from web developer to software engineer. So we'd like to scrape 10 software engineers from LinkedIn, generate personalized cold outreach emails, and send them the personalized outreach emails. To do that, I'll click on execute workflow right here. You can see that our workflow was executed successfully. Here we got our keyword and the number of leads we like to scrape. Then we use the software engineer keyword to scrape leads from LinkedIn using this tool in Apify. And we got our 10 leads right here using this node. Then we added our 10 leads to our spreadsheet. Then here you can see the leads met our condition. They have the email addresses available. And here we're using the leads data we added to a spreadsheet to generate personalized subject line and email body for each of our leads. Then we waited a few seconds to send the outreach emails to our leads over here using Gmail. Then we updated our record in our spreadsheet with the personalized subject line and email body we generated for each of our leads right here. Then completed our workflow using this node. Now, when I open our spreadsheet and click on the LinkedIn leads sheet, here you can see we added the keyword, title, email, description, the LinkedIn URLs to our leads that we scraped from LinkedIn using Apify. And then we went ahead and generated personalized subject lines and email bodies for each of our leads right here. So here's the personalized subject line and the email body for our lead, who was David. Here's the other subject line and personalized email body for the other lead, who was Jennifer. Here. And then we send the leads the outreach emails via Gmail. Now, if you'd like me to create this workflow for you or a workflow similar to this one, just click the first link in the description to schedule a call with me. On the call, we'll discuss into details the workflow that you'd like me to create for you. And then I'll proceed to create the workflow for you. But if you enjoyed this video and you have a workflow or an AI agent in mind that you'd like me to create using AnyGen, just comment it down below in the comment section. I read all the comments, and if I land on your comment and I find it intriguing, I'll come back on a future video showing you how to create the entire workflow or AI agent from scratch using Anyten. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.